Y'all, my sales are in the gutter and it's hard right now. It really is. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, everything's great when it's not. Full transparency, always on my channel. And I'm not giving up, but I am going to walk you through exactly what I'm doing to figure out how to make the money that I want to make. Things are getting harder. My average sale price is going down. Sell-through rate is going down. People are having a harder time. People are not buying as much stuff. You know, their thrifting is costing more. So my expenses are going up. I'm paying more in promoted listing fees to just get the sales that I'm getting. And so with all of these things together, I'm just really not hitting the goals that I want to hit. Now, I am not letting that stop me, and I don't want to let it stop you. That being said, I am walking you through step by step on what I'm doing in my business so that you guys can do the same and be successful in this reselling journey of yours. Hey friends, if I am speaking too quickly for you, do feel free to slow me down. You can click up here on your YouTube screen, scroll all the way down to playback speed, and put me on the speed that is most comfortable for you. Now let's get back to it. The first thing that I want to talk about is before we get into any deep dive into all of these different strategies is make sure that you are the best that you can be right now. And so I've created this, and you guys, I have it on my, it's going to work no matter where you're at in your reselling business, and also no matter what you sell. But I have this, it is a download that you can download, and then all of these things like the store health, all the things that I'm talking about that are hyperlinked, it'll take you to a video and walk you through step by step of exactly what that means and how to do it. But the first thing that you have to do, the first thing that I did before I did this video to be like, what is going on here, Sarah, is go through and make sure that what I'm currently doing is the best. So it's not something that I'm currently doing that's causing the issue, because if I just try and get better and buy more inventory or do all of these new strategies when what I'm currently doing isn't working, I'm just going to expose more holes and likely spend more money and more time without making more money. So the things that I recommend doing and things that I did, I'm going to show you a couple of these, but like I said, all of these are hyperlinked in this download below. I will say I've showed this in a video before and someone was like, well, there's a shipping cost on it. And I accidentally on my website put a shipping cost. Obviously there's no shipping cost on this. It's a download. So if you have tried to purchase it before, the shipping cost is gone. So you guys can go back and purchase this so you can walk through this. It's going to work now. It's going to work in 6 months, in a year, in 2 years, whenever, you need to reevaluate things again. Check your store health. There's a video I did that goes through exactly what this means, but just make sure that your store is as healthy as it can be. Like I said, if you're doing things in your store that are small holes, but then you're trying to grow bigger, those holes are just going to get bigger, and you're just going to spend more time and money with more problems, right? The next thing is pull a listing quality report. So I'm going to link a video up here because this one is huge. So definitely this is how you're going to pull a listing quality report. Like I said, these are all hyperlinked here. I pulled a listing quality. So I did all of this. I'm not going to go through and show you every step because this video would be very long, but it walks you through how to do it for yourself. My store health is fine. I'm good. I'm in good standing. I'm top rated. Like I'm good. My store health is great as of right now. If I were to be checked, everything is looking good. Listing quality report. I pulled a listing quality report in all the categories that I sell in. I'm definitely the top 5%. Most categories, I am higher than that. So it's not the listing quality report. There was like maybe 2 things that were failing in Google search, and that's strictly because there was an NPN put in there that shouldn't have been. 2 listings out of 2,400. Is that why my sales are not where I want them to be? No. But I did fix them. So pull a listing quality report. The next thing is check your seller status. Again, there's a video linked in this hyperlink. I went through there. I'm good to go there. Everything is good there as well. I am top rated. So why should you become top rated? This video, the hyperlink here will walk you through why you become top rated. But top rated, eBay is saying that they want you to be top rated. They will give you more exposure. So not only from the algorithm from eBay's standpoint, but also from buyer behavior standpoint, especially in women's fashion, if there's 2 pairs of jeans and everything is the same, the buyer is going to select the person who's top rated because they know that eBay has a stamp of approval. They know that they provide good customer service. The whole list of things that eBay wants you to do, buyers know that. And if there's 2 items that are exactly the same, the buyer is going to go with the person top rated. So if you're not top rated, that's what you should be working on first before you start increasing listings or working on other strategies, is becoming becoming top rated. And then check your inventory against Terapeak. And I'm going to show you this one because I'm like, gut check here, Sarah. How am I actually doing? Like what I think I'm doing and what I'm actually doing, not always the same, friends, right? Is it the same for you? So I am going to show you this one, but there is a hyperlink here. I do have videos on how to look at Terapeak data. So what I'm looking at here, I come into Terapeak, I'm on my seller hub, I'm on research. I'm in women's fashion, very general women's jeans, right? I sell a lot of women's jeans. I want to look at how I'm doing compared to the market, because if I'm not hitting these numbers, then I need to be doing something different with my current business because I'm not the best that I can be. So I'm looking at women's jeans. You can filter this down way more. I can get really in depth and say women's bootcut jeans. I can say guess women's, but but I'm just looking at a very broad to kind of see how I'm tracking. So women's jeans, average sale price here is $23. My average sell-through rate is 4.25%. So how am I doing compared to that? On average, and I know this, but you can look at Terapeak to learn it. Women's fashion, on average, 5% sell-through rate. If I'm better than that, killer. So currently my 28-day comparison is $31 average sale price, 7.86% sell-through rate. Now, this is lower than I've been in the past. It's continuing to go down, which is why I'm like, oh my God, what's happening here, Sarah? But it's still above eBay. So I know that it's not me, it's the market. Now, if your numbers are less than what eBay is showing, it's you. And I don't mean to be mean or rude about this, friends, but if your numbers are lower than the average on eBay, it's something. It's your bad inventory, bad list. There's lots, and I have lots of videos that go into how to figure out what that is. That's not the purpose of today's video, but my numbers are above Terapeak. So I know that it's not me. I know that it's the market. It's continuing to decrease. And it's not just me saying, friends, it's not just me saying it's a market and blaming it on something outside. This is numbers showing that it is the market. If you look at Terapeak and those numbers are declining, instead of saying, hey, it's the economy, it's not actually the economy, it's because you're doing something wrong. Right? Don't just blame factors without data and without proof, because then your business is not going to work either. So look at these numbers, compare these numbers, make sure that you are where you need to be. For me, for my numbers, yes, my numbers are going down. My average sale price, if you guys follow me, this has gone down almost $10 over the course of the year. My sell-through rate 3 years ago was closer to $15. The past year, closer to $9, $10. So what's happening here? This is telling me, I'm gonna walk you through what I'm gonna do, but first you have to know what the problem is before you can fix the problem, right? So for me, my store is good, everything's good, but yes, the economy is impacting my business. People have less money, so my average sale price is going down, and people are buying less because they have less money, which means my sell-through rate is going down. The other factor that I have to consider as well here too is saturation. There's been more and more fashion sellers. It is completely saturated, which means that there's more competition, which is driving down my average sale price, driving down my sell-through rate. Now, does this mean that I need to quit? It might. You might be in a place in your life where you're like, I'm done. This is awful. I cannot do this. F that. That's not me. I'm going to figure it out. So hang on for the ride. And I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Make sure to subscribe so you can see how it works out. And you have to pivot. As a small business, you have to pivot. It's nice when things are flying high and it's smooth. That's not the life that we're living in right now. It's kind of what makes it fun. Being a small business owner is you get to find these problems and you get to go in and fix them. So once you've gone in and said, hey, I'm the best that I can be. Everything of this is stellar. I know what the problem is for me. My average sale price is down. My sell-through rate is down. So I'm going to go down here to the golden formula for resellers. You have a sell-through rate, you have active listings, and you have your average sale price. These are the three right here, golden formula for resellers. These are the three things that make up your gross revenue. It's not just active listings, friends. So many times people are like, list more, list more, list more. And that is one way. But there are three things right now that can contribute to your gross revenue. For me, my sell-through rate is in the gutter. For me, my average sale price is in the gutter. For me, there's not a whole lot of stuff that I can do about that. It's outside of my hands. So for me, I do think that that means increasing my active listings. But before I get there, I want to really look at the numbers and look at what this actually means for my business. Now, friends, leave a comment down below if you're surprised to hear me say that, because I have done videos for years to say active listings, increasing your listings is not the only way. And I'm going to tell you why I say this all the time, but sometimes it is the way. And we're going to walk you through exactly why it is the way. So I'm going to tell you, first of all, if you guys are not new to the channel, this is all news to you. All right, so we're looking at a very high level here, but I just kind of want to talk a little bit about why buying more isn't always the answer. Yes, it can be the answer, but if you're buying more and not selling more at the same rate, you're actually spending more and not making more at the same rate, right? So let's say you're at Reseller Nirvana, your inventory costs are $1,000 a month. You're buying 200 items, you're selling 200 items. My average cost of goods is $5. My average sale price is $30, which means that my difference here is going to be $5,000. Now, let's say I'm going to list more items. I'm going to list, I'm going to buy, what is this, 500? I'm going to buy 500 items. Average cost of good is $4 actually. I'm going to buy 500 items. But those 500 items aren't selling at the same rate that I'm buying them. So I'm actually only selling $500 more. I'm spending more money on inventory. I'm actually making less money. I'm listing more. I'm spending more time sourcing. I'm photographing. I'm spending more time to make less money. This is one of the main reasons that this is just such a flawed thing. And it goes into the reseller golden formula for resellers, friends. It is the end of the day. Can you tell? It's the end of the day. I'm trying to get this done before I make dinner. So the golden formula for resellers, gross revenue, right? You have your sell-through rate, your active listings, your average sale price. If you simply just increase your active listings and you don't focus on the other two things, you're spending more money without making more money, and you're probably also spending more time. That all being said, for me, I have looked at it and I am doing everything. I am the best that I can be. And because the market is oversaturated, because people have less money, for me right now, I really do think the only way for me to increase to get to the goal that I want to get to is to increase my active listings. Now, what exactly does that mean? The golden formula, this is a spreadsheet that is going to do all of this for you. You can download it down below on my website. You don't want to do that. You can download it down below. There's a coupon code on my website, so it can do it all for you. The other nice thing is once it tells you what your daily listing should be, there's a whole planner. You can track your weekly listing. It tells you what you need to do, how you need to get there to help you manage your goals. So for me, sell-through rate is 8.41. I have 2,400 active listings and my average sale price is $31. I know this because of the Sarah Style Sales and Trends dashboard, right? We were looking at these numbers a minute ago. Maybe it's working slow. We were looking at these numbers a few minutes ago, and this is actually 7.46. Since the last time I did it. Okay. So I'm only at $5,000. I'm not going to hit my goal if I continue doing what I am doing, because everything is trending downward. And so instead of trying to increase my sell-through rate and average sale price that just is out of my control, I'm going to have to increase my active listings. I want to make $9,000 a month. 5 months to get there, because friends, it does take time to get there. For me personally, because I work a few hours, I have to go from 12 listings a day to 16 listings a day to be able to now hit my goal. Is it doable? Yes. Did I make sure everything else was in place first? Because if you simply just increase to 16 listings a day, but your store is not in good health, or your inventory that you're buying isn't good inventory and isn't selling at the rate that it should be selling at, then you're just spending more money.